Uh, Last night I was watching a video of Evan Mawarire being interviewed on Studio 7 here in the United States. Very interesting and still on point, and it's always a pleasure to listen to Pastor Mawarire speaking. However, there was Honorable Shuma, who was not on point from the time he started up to the time he finished. Honorable Shuma, we know that you are enjoying all the things that ZanuPF is giving you back home in Zimbabwe. And as much as Evan tried to tell you, you yourself, you know what is going on in the country, but you just won't admit to it. It's sad. It's sad that you know these things, but you won't admit, because simply you're enjoying the spoils of Zimbabwe, unlike the masses. You carry on attacking one single individual. It's time you stopped attacking that individual and attack the people of Zimbabwe that are speaking out. He just started by saying what was going wrong in the country. And this, over the years, we have seen. You took over the farms. Not even one graduate or a collective of graduates that came out either out of Chivero, University of Zimbabwe, Africa University, were put on those farms, were given those farms to share. Imagine how many people we have coming out of those schools, how many people are educated, floriculture, horticulture, you name it, animal husbandry. You took over farms that had everything on it. You took over farms that were not yet harvested, but that had plants, you name it, in them. You people did not invest back into the country. You took those, you enjoyed living in the city, driving your Mercedes Benzes, living in your luxury homes, and you did not invest those things back into the soil that you were taking out from. If you had shared university graduates, people that are coming out of school, that have been educated to run those farms, we wouldn't be talking like this, because you would have invested in the future. And the future are meant to be the kids that Zimbabwe says we educate. You refuse, you fail to see where you have put the kids, because you are enjoying. And it's time that you stopped attacking one individual. Those protests that you are seeing in Zimbabwe are not being done by one individual. They are being done by the children of Zimbabwe. The videos, the comments, everything that you are seeing are being done by the children of Zimbabwe that are crying. We cry of hospitals, things that you know. Why do you turn a blind eye to those things? If I was you, I would go back and listen to the Chitepos and what they were fighting for. They were fighting so that we'd have a future Zimbabwe, not an individually owned Zimbabwe. Where do you get off? Tsuma or whatever, Shuma. We know that you enjoy. That's why you do not want to get off in power. This is why you keep on saying Mugabe must stay at 92 years old. Listening by the way you speak, I don't even think that you can even get in to be a successor of Mugabe. We once held a legacy. But this is the time that we say the legacy has failed. We hold the flag because the flag is what we stand for, is what we were given as a nation to remind us of who we are. But today you ask us to forget. When the British flag was taken down and the Zimbabwean flag was put up, that was a reminder for us to know who we are. And our colors are so right, they say it for themselves. So why do you take the country at ransom? Shuma, you're an embarrassment to be on that show. And I don't think the studio should invite people like you. Maybe it should focus more on the opposition and speak to them, because we want to hear a different issue. We want to hear issues that address the nation, not issues that attack a child of Zimbabwe who's trying to make it right. You took companies, 51% shareholding, which you did not put money into it. What happened? People stopped getting paid. You know that. Companies started closing down. You know that. You personally probably has properties that you've acquired through this government. And people that are renting your properties right now cannot pay you your rents because they're not employed, they're not working. And probably using the same tactics, the same regime, you've kicked them out on the street because they were not giving you your $200-300 or $500 of renting your property. We know that. You own these things. But it's time, government, Juma and your goons, to give the voices back to the people. Learn to listen to the people. If I was you, all those people that were calling and addressing the issue and asking you questions and you not being able to answer them. You want to revert back to the Bible. What Bible do you know? Leave Evan out of this. Address the people of Zimbabwe. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear the next step forward. I don't think if anyone's intention was to overthrow the government, if the government was working as a fine-oiled machine that it was once. But you continue to drain the people of Zimbabwe. I don't know which people you want to carry on ruling when we are saying no more, enough is enough. Our tummies are talking. We are hungry. Our people are hungry. But you carry on listening to your tummy that says it's full. When you want medication, you fly out of the country. Any medical assistant, probably when you cough, you don't even know what Zimbabwean cough mixture tastes like anymore. That is, if it's still there on the shelves, you go out of the country. And yet the masses have to endure what is going on in our hospitals and clinics. And you want to address one individual and say that he's doing the wrong job? No, he's doing the right job. But leave him out of the equation. Start putting the people of Zimbabwe first before you can address Evan. I want to say thank you to Evan Mawarire. You've been a leader, an example, a son of Zimbabwe that stands up for his people, that definitely want his people to cross the river. Not for him, but you're God sent. I would say, I salute you, brother. Forget about those ZanuPF goons. They are not doing us any justice as Zimbabwe.